Hello everyone! How's everyone doing? What is up? Anytime you want to switch scenes there, thank you! Hamjambo, habari gani, habari za asubuhi, habari za jioni. How's everyone doing today? Hello? What is up? How was everyone's day yesterday? I didn't really do much after the stream. I was like super dead. I organized Fred's area a little bit and he hated it. He was like, I feel like you're invading my space and I'm trying to be really calm and nice about it. He was. He didn't say anything. Because he knows that I like it. He knows I like doing it, so he just like let me do it. Other things I did. I've been like tired and headachy, so I didn't really do much. I wanted to be productive, and I feel like I did other things that were productive. I fixed the quote 93, or 193 rather. We're almost at 200 quotes. I've said a lot of things. Well, not just me, mostly me though. And actually, I guess I'm wrong on the number. It's 190 something. I'll look rather than make you guess. I don't remember. I thought it was 193. It was 190. We have 198 quotes going from 0 to 197. It was 196 that I did. So yeah, that was added by request yesterday, but I thought it wasn't dramatic enough, so I fixed it. So yeah, I did stream maintenance, I cooked dinner, washed dishes. I streamed quite late, so I didn't have as much time, but I remember that that's what I did. That's what I did. I'm gonna try and tell you the rest of what I did in Swahili, because we're learning tenses, so I can now use the past tense. It's hard to hear what I'm saying through the music? Oh. Okay, so when I'm quiet, the music is too loud. Because of course, in XSplit, it's like barely registering the music at all. So I'll put it down to like 4%. Thank you for letting me know. Is that better? Is that better? I'm not gonna spend too much time here. Not really. Did you wait for me to turn it down? Music's still loud. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm gonna bring the volume range back down because I know where it needs to be, what percentage it needs to be. Unless my microphone's too low. So this is how it normally is. I'm also like, okay, is it? No, that's still too loud. I'll turn it back down. It's hard because, like, so you have a bar, right? In XSplit, this is what, I'll show you what I'm looking at. And before, I knew that 15% was a perfectly fine place to play music, and then when I start talking, turn it down to 8%. But since it wasn't, like, registering past a certain point. Just like intercourse. Thank you, Tilly, for the host. Since it wasn't registering past a certain point, that usually means that it's fine. So I'm gonna draw what I see. So you know how it has the bars for like for signal, like signal strength for a cell phone. It kind of looks like that. I'm drawing it so I can show you. Okay. But it's way smaller than this. So here's basically what I'm looking at. It looks like this. So this is, you know, quiet, this is loud, and it always has these bars, and then it has a little, like, yellow bar that scoots up and down based on the levels. I have one for microphone, and one for everything else, all the other sounds that are not microphone. So the game, the music, whatever I'm playing, all of the computer audio. But it's like the first bar, which is where I try to keep the music volume like halfway through the first bar in the audio thing, but the whole entire thing, which I think has 10 bars, I'm just going to guess. I'm very warm. I need to put a bra on, which that doesn't make any sense. I'm wearing a tank top, but it's kind of see-through, and I was like, no big deal, I'll just wear this sweater, it's super cute. And now I'm too hot, because I closed the door. So I could start streaming. Alright, I'm gonna do that. But yeah, so the actual... So the speaker thing is about 1 inch wide, and then 1/10 of that, so it's like 1/10 of an inch, and then the yellow bar would be like 1/20 of an inch. So I'm trying to... Basically, if it's one of the bars or lower, it's impossible for me to tell the difference. Normally, my microphone wavers from about between 1 and 3 bars, depending on sometimes I get really loud and it goes up like halfway. Anyway, so that's what I'm looking at. So that's why I really appreciate when you guys help me out. And before I went through all of those audio issues, ugh, I'm still kind of cranky about that. But before I went through all that, I had worked out what volumes, like what percentages work. So when I'm playing music, I know that 15% is good for when I'm not talking, but then I need to bring it down to about 8% for most songs, and then sometimes there's a song that's way louder for no reason, and I have to turn it down. And then, like, you know, so I used to have these percentages in my head, but now everything's all different. And I have to boost the game up to 200%, so that screwed everything. Anyway, let me once more say hello to everybody. Hey, Devil Scry. I'm gonna say hi to everybody. I'm gonna try to speak Swahili to you all. Wraith Dagger, Hujambo, MS Hujambo, Baron, Bear, Devil Scry, Lurkers. Okay, I didn't miss anybody. Hamjambo, Habari Gani, Habari za Asubuhi, Habari za Jioni. Since I'm speaking Swahili, I'll come over here. So last night, Mimi, after I did the stuff I already talked to you about, Mimi, Nili Soma, I read. Mimi Nili Soma Kitabu Changu, I read my book. Mimi Nili Lala, I slept. That's basically all I did. I fell asleep with the phone in my hand again. I was so tired. I was really, really tired. And then I woke up with a migraine. Woo! But anyway, so we just did past tense. There's not a single... You don't think that's true? I mean, no one really likes to wear bras most of the time. But some people are self-conscious. Like, I used to sleep in my bra. I don't know why, I just did. But I had permanent bruises from underwires. I have ones now that are not underwire, but they're impossible to find. I'm doing fine. Migraine. I had a migraine, so I'm trying to fix that. Anyway, so Swahili lesson. So I taught you na, which is present tense. I taught you li, which is past tense, which you just saw in action. Now I'm going to teach you the future tense, which is ta. So tonight, if I was going to tell you guys what I'm going to do tonight after the stream, Mimi na Fred Wata. Watakula. I know that's an abnormal verb. We're gonna go out to eat. So we are going to eat. So wa is not we. I fucked up. I'm really tired. Why don't I pick something easier? I'm probably gonna crochet. So if I was gonna say I will crochet, I don't know the word for crochet, so you'll just hear crochet in the sentence. But I would say Mimi Nita make crochet. I'm picking horrible examples. I'm gonna read tonight. Oh god, I didn't plan for this at all. Mimi Nita Soma. I will read. Mimi Nita Soma. I will read. You get it. Alright, let me put on a bra and then we're gonna get into the game. Jiminy Crickets. Because I need to take this sweater off. I got very warm suddenly. I should know better by now. Every time I'm like, nah, I don't have to. Like, at least half of the time, I then have to. I'm like, I don't have to put on a bra. And then I end up having to put on a bra. So I really should just put one on every time I stream, but sometimes I get away with it, and I guess it's worth it to me. Ugh. Hey John Pope, Hujambo, Habari Gani. So anyway, now you know past, present, and future tense. Woo! We did it. Music, go away. So normally you would have to wait for the game to boot up, but I was doing some selling and organizing of inventory stuff this morning, so it's still open. It's still open. I just have to click back into it. Ta-da! So the first thing that I am going to do today, so our plan for Dragon Age, at least the plan for this morning, I'm gonna... Nipende? What's Nipende? What is that? And then he said Mimi, and I'm like, okay. You said I. What are you trying to say? And I'll help you. Hello, it Mimi. That's not how that works. So, depending on how you know how the greetings work. So if you're greeting all of chat, you would say Hamjambo, and then if you wanted to say it me, you could say ni mimi. Ni is it is. Ni mimi. Hello it. Yeah, no, don't use Google Translate, especially not for Swahili. It does not do it correctly at all. Henlo ni mimi. Perfect. Perfect. Hatu Jambo fem, habarigani. Si Jambo fem. But for Weiwei. Oh, qua. Qua is for, by, or with. So you nearly wrote literally everything in Swahili. I was so proud of you. But yeah, but qua Weiwei. And I would say asante. Asante qua butt. I actually, you know what? We should learn. Let's learn the word for butt. This is something we all need to know. But anyway, Mimi and Zuri. Now Weiwei. J. Fujambo. Alright, what's butt? We know boobs. Why don't we know butt? This is like a travesty. What have I been teaching you? This is horrible. I'm embarrassed. Let's teach you butt. Bust. Butane? I don't need to know butane. Butt. Pipa kubwa? That doesn't... What? Pipa kubwa? That doesn't seem right. Let me look that up. Let me do this. Cross-reference it. What the fuck is pipa? What is Pipa and what is Kubwa? I'm having trouble finding things today. Pipa is bin or barrel. Pipa la taca is dustbin or trash can. Like, so garbage can. Pipa la taca. What is, how the even, so then what the fuck is Kubwa? It sounds familiar to me, but I can't remember, so I'm gonna look it up. What is Kubwa? Kubwa. I should ask my Swahili teachers. I have them as friends on Facebook. Big, great, loud, important, superior, or elder. Kubwa sana. Enormous. Or too large. Wait, so we're saying big can? Big trash can? No, that was Lataka, Pipa. So what the fuck was Pipa again? Pipa... Why is this so complicated? Why don't you just have a word for butt? Get it together, Swahili. No, bin or barrel. So we're saying big, right, that's why it sounded familiar, because Kubwa is big. So that's big barrel. Are you all preparing to invade Africa? No, this is just a little thing that I like to do in the mornings. Mimi ni sad? Oh, I'm sorry. Pole sana. Pole sana. I just really like Swahili, so I do a little, like, Swahili lesson in the morning, and I was like, oh, I'll teach us how to say but. That'll be quick and easy. No. But why? That doesn't make any sense. Why is that just but? Oh, buttocks. Buttocks is matako. But that's plural. What if I just want to say one buttock? It would probably be taco. But then what is T-A-K-O? Like octopus? Is that octopus in, or squid in Japanese? Taco? Making you anxious. I'm sorry. Hearing an echo? Let me just make sure my dashboard is not... Nope, dashboard is muted. I have my headphones plugged in, so I know it's not coming through the speakers. It's me. Oh, lo siento. So what is taco then? T-A-K-O. Base, bottom, buttocks. Okay. Taco. There you go. T-A-K-O. Taco for base or bottom. Matako is the plural. So just like boobs are maziwa, it's slang. It literally means milks. And also Panda Sage. Hello and welcome. I didn't call you out by name. Adanali Efe. That's a cool name. I hope I pronounced it. Good job, Bear. No colonialism in this chat. Leave Africa and all its beautiful countries alone. I would love to visit, though. I would love to climb. What if I just want to say one buttock? Alright, so taco. I think matako would be appropriate. So it means base or bottom. But you can use it for, like, the bottom of something, I'm sure. Puck Dad! How you doing? That is correct, but I'm going to go out on a limb and assume there's very little cross-pollination between Japanese and Swahili. Yes. Although, once I teach you nani is also a word in Swahili. So there are words that are spelled exactly the same, but they don't mean the same thing. Anyway, sorry, let's get into the game. So, what we're going to do... Fem, you distracted me. How dare you? Oh, Efsum, hey! Yeah. No, I remember you. Big Bubble fan. How have you been, man? How have you been? Ori wa mou shinderu. Anyway. So I'm gonna finish doing all my, I was looking through upgrades and stuff. I might craft a couple of things. So we'll do a little bit of crafting. We're gonna talk to all of our people because it's been a couple of days. Who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? So we're gonna do a little bit of crafting because my inventory is more full than I would like it. Because we're gonna go into, the Storm Coast, I think, is where I want to go next. I'm avoiding the war room right now, because I don't want to instigate the next main quest. And in the quest log, it says, enter the war room when you're ready. And I was like, I don't want to. So I don't know if I can go in there or not, or if it would be the way it was with the previous mission. Anyway, we'll get there. I think you missed a thing and it's bothering me. I haven't even done anything in the game yet. I haven't even done anything. How can I be bothering you already? How could I possibly be bothering you already? I didn't do anything yet. Bothering you since yesterday, deal with it. I'm gonna play the way that I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna do things optimally. I'm not gonna do things the way that you want me to do them. Or anyone else for that matter. I would be shocked if I did anything the way that anybody wanted me to do it. I would just be so shocked. Okay, so we can put in a extra willpower, extra magic. Ooh, bandit staff grip. Or bear staff grip. Sure. Looks great.
You'd just see my feet and be like, I gotta just gleh, 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 gleh.
Oh, thanks, Buckdead. Have you finished Darkest Dungeon? Yeah, weeks ago. Weeks ago. Basically, if you ever see me playing a different game, you can assume that I either finished it. You can mostly assume I finished it. Especially if it's a game I was enjoying. If I wasn't quite enjoying it so much, then it's possible I rage quit. Now I want you to never find it out and you realize it on the last mission. I don't care enough. Lecta, soon, soon. Puck Dad hugs? Is that what you are alluding to? This staff looks like a conglomeration of weird shit. But I'm into it. Alright, let's put shit in here. And then I'm gonna sell off everything else. I have Jack Johnson in my head because I was listening to him the other day. Yeah. And honestly, I'm fine selling all this crap.
Looks
Oops.
fine.
Oopsies. So now that I've done staffs, because I think this is what's, I think this stuff is what is taking up inventory spaces. So to test my theory, I'm going to mark all of these as valuables and sell them. Why is that doll burning? Wait, what? Doll? What doll? I don't have a doll. Haven't you seen playing multiplayer games? Oh, haven't seen you playing multiplayer games. Don't you like them? I do like multiplayer games. That's just not what I do on stream. I play a lot of Dota when I'm offline.
Tell Mother Giselle, I run a business, not a charity.
Rude? Okay, I am totally correct. But yeah, I just don't play them on stream. Because part of the reason that I choose the games I do is to get through my backlog. I'm a backlog warrior. So I do blind runs of variety games. So with very few exceptions, you'll never see me playing a game that I've played before or watched before. Which also means no multiplayer. I used to do a show on Fridays where I would have somebody from the community join me and we would play a multiplayer game together. But then I rearranged things and etc. I know, Puck Dad. You need to like, can you just be attached to my hip, Puck Dad? Is that a thing? Samahani lecta mimi lurk sasa, koheria kuonana, fem, si samahani, si samahani. Enjoy the lurk. I don't know how to say, I don't know how to say that in Swahili. But yeah, you never have to apologize for lurking. Enjoy lurking. Tuonana baadaye. Dad, best dad. I agree. I agree. What was I looking at? I got totally distracted. Oh yeah. Let me put this in here. So I'm just adding things. Cunning, willpower, or cunning. I think we'll go with cunning. Because I don't think she needs willpower. 14%. Ouch! Owies. Stick with a sock puppet? It looked more like a... like a piece of wood. I will do this. I volunteer as tribute. Yes! No. Dad is dad. Dad is dad. We put a thing. Okay. So I've got all my mages set. I have no runes. I could craft them, which I might do. I'm gonna just put I'm gonna put this grip in here. Because if we get someone who uses a bow, this is the one they'll be using, and I can always take it back out later. No upgrades available for either of those. Good to know. Okay, so I've put in everything in terms of weapons that I need to put in. So I'll go to upgrades, weapons, and just... I'm just gonna get rid of everything, get out of here. And if I really need stuff, I can craft it. Okay. Dagger whip. We also don't have anyone who uses daggers, so... like, I'm getting my stuff. Alright. So I need to look at armor still. But I'm doing this bit by bit, and I might leave the armor alone. I do want to see if I can craft better stuff for what I have, because I didn't really put anything in.
Tell Mother Giselle.
I have no idea what you're quoting. None whatsoever. Sell all. Okay, so I'm now down to 10 spots. I'm happy with that. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to craft some better armor upgrades for... and I'll see what's available. My staff looks sick. It's like two snakeldy dragons in like Caduceus form holding a gem. That is awesome. What staff am I using? Is it Tyrda's? Yeah, I am. That is awesome. I wish it were made out of wood. That would be my one thing. Alright. Craft... oh, not craft weapons. Although... no, craft armor. I want to go here. I don't want to craft... okay, so upgrades are also in the other thing then. I want to craft upgrades. That's runes. I thought I could craft upgrades in here, but I may be wrong. Am I wrong? Where do I craft that shit? You feel free to tell me. Where do I craft, like, pieces to go in my armor?
You need something? Let me know.
Is it in here and I just missed it? Probably. Apprentice mail arms. Apprentice coat legs. Overseer cowl? What is this? Can I wear it? No. Hey, Surprise, how are you doing? It's a mega popular song. I don't think I've ever heard of it. High ever weave. I don't know if this can go in the thing that I'm using. So we got willpower, magic and willpower. I do like that. Ooh. Ooh, girl. Ring velvet is also magic and willpower. 7 magic. Ooh, that's pretty though. Still need fucking velveteen. Okay, how are you all? Pretty good. Why, yes it is, Lecta. Glad you asked. I'm so glad that you decided to ask. I think I might go with high ever, but I want to see... Okay, so this is... Are these my legs? I can't even see them. Bear hide. Cold resistance, that's not bad. Range defense, cold resistance, but this is better. Deep stalker. Sunder when hit. 1% chance to sunder. Okay, so sunder when hit. Cold fire, cold, range defense, cold, range defense. 3%. Ooh. Vargest scales. I could do that, although I hesitate to use this when I don't have that many of this material. You know what? I'm gonna put on ranged defense. I've been getting chewed up by, like, the last fight that we did. I'm gonna choose ranged defense, and then I'll put in, 4 magic, 2 willpower. Was that the same as high everweave? Yeah, it was. Okay, so ring velvet it is. Okay, happy. Imbued resolute apprentice arms. Okay. Apprentice coat leggies. Leggies. Valve teen. Oh god. Oh no. Back is still screwed up so you can't work, slowly getting better. Holy shit. Were you on your bike or were you walking? I mean, either way, I'm sorry that it hurt you at all. Holy shit. Be careful. I mean, I'm sure you were careful. I'm sure that it was the other person that wasn't careful, and that's what was happening there. Paragon's Luster. Melee defense. Summer Stone. Makes me feel good. So I could do 40 max health. Or stagger on being hit. If I wanted to do it, an onyx. Or a blue vitriol. Stagger. Ooh, heal bonus? Spirit resistance. Electrical resistance. Haven't seen that before. Ooh. Hey, let me use my velveteen. Just kidding. Not gonna do that. 5, 4, 6, 5, So, lustrous cotton might be good for heal bonus. Magic defense. Yeah, I think we'll take the, lustrous cotton. Stunning. Stunning healing. Stunning healing apprentice legs. That sounds like me trying to come up with a title for stuff.
Looks fine.
Stunning healing. Doing things. Meh. Think I'll be back to normal by Monday for sure. It's eating your energy. Oof. It sucks being less mobile. Yeah, I bet. I'm so sorry. Yay! Okay, so now I've got some sick shit. And then since I took out an upgrade, I just want to see if Solus can use it. I'm not gonna do much more. How about Dorian? No. I'm not gonna do much more, crafting. I think that's enough for me for right now. I will sell these. And then, we're gonna talk to all of our people. We're gonna do a lot of talking. And then we'll go to a new area and explore. And I might ask a question, but I'm not ready to do that yet. Came around a sagging curve in a park on my side of the road. Oof. 5% swagger on hit. I just make them, like, look really cool when they hit me. Okay. So... We're gonna start with people inside. Front wheel of your bike was completely destroyed. Did you get his, like, insurance or something?
It is good to be surrounded by mages again. Really?
Horsey! Horsey's cute. Now sad Canori don't have hooves instead of feet.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your Illyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
So I guess I'll ask the question now. And
Cedric should have that for you soon.
Preemptively,
Thank you.
I'm going to say, it's a yes, I'm going to ask a yes or no question, so please only answer with yes or no. So the question is about this quest. Now it says, meet in the war room when ready. Does that mean that if I enter the war room, I will immediately start that quest? Like it'll enter a cutscene or a dialogue or something and like, boom, I'm in the quest? Yes or no? If I can go in there and do other things and then exit and not have to do that, then that would be... Tauren have hooves. Well, and also, I think that's, they may have wanted to stay away from, I mean, all the other races are fairly humanoid. But I think they wanted to stay away from... What's the classic Greek mythology creature with the hooves? I can't... First I thought it'd be okay, so you went to work on Friday anyway. Oh god. Met up today to fill out the insurance forms. Because if it was just the wheel, he'd give me $100 and it would be fine, okay. If I remember correctly, no. I hope. A satyr! Yes, thank you. Thank you, Panda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you repeat the question? So for this quest, it says, meet in the war room when ready. If I enter the war room, will it immediately start the quest, or can I go in there and do other things? Yes or no? Will it immediately start the quest, yes or no? Can you use it in a sentence?
No.
In the meantime, I'm gonna talk to Josephine. Yes, it will?
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corpin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power, instead of comforting the masses.
It's been this way for years. The Chantry's incompetent. It's needed more than ever.
The Chantry should be a place of hope, not another group scrambling for answers.
That must be its strength again. The Chants did much to bridge nations. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andrasti's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
Her hair's nice. Her hair is lovely. Oh, sorry then. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I think I'd remember after my 7th playthrough. I'm sure there are other quests that are like, go... Like, they say visit the war room table. So, like, clearly you can go in there and choose to do it, but... It's not a big deal. I was gonna save and try it anyway. But yeah, when the game is super long and you've played it so much, I'm sure it starts to blend together, or at least the particulars. Like whether or not it immediately activates a quest. I can see the importance. You make it sound easy, and the start of many fights. You make it sound easy. I'm trying to lead her into flirting territory.
So if everyone listens to the chant, things will be smooth as silk?
I did say commonality is merely a beginning, but it's an important one. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
You sound too good to be true. Let's see if she picks up on it this time.
How did someone so lovely and selfless go into Orlesian politics, Lady Montelier?
Well, that is, really, you give me too much credit. While you're here, I do have a question. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
I would... The truth. I would reply with the truth, which is... I don't fucking know. I don't know, but I'm going to do my best to help people. So maybe, like, I don't think I'm a holy person. I don't think that I'm, like, the chosen one. But I think maybe... I don't know. How will you answer? That's private. I don't really like any of these answers, because I know that a lot of people gain hope and morale from seeing me as Andraste's chosen. But I don't claim to be holy. I just kind of, because everyone else is like, let the people think what they want to think. I don't know, I kind of feel like I just happened to be there, and she saw something good in me, so she helped me live. I don't think that she was like, look at all these people I have to choose from to save. I think I was just kind of the last one left alive, and she was like, you will do. But that's my feeling. A clipboard with a candle attached to it and a smile will get you anywhere. Collision, how are you? I love that clipboard. I think it's so cool. This and that other game we can't talk about, yeah. I played my character as this randomly happened to me and I'm winging it. I mean, that's kind of how I've been up till now. That's kind of how I've been reacting. But again, I realize the importance of giving people hope. So I don't want to flat out say no, because I don't want to insult them. Like, I can say no to the people who know me, and know that even though I'm not that I don't feel like I am chosen. I think there's a difference between Andraste helped me out and Andraste and, like, I'm Andraste's mouthpiece. I feel like those are two different things. And there's... the game kind of makes it into one thing. Anyway. It's hard to know. Anyway, how will you answer?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra, Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna go with, this is kind of what I've been saying. It's like, I don't know what Andraste was thinking, alright? I don't claim to know her thoughts. I just try to help people, and I just try to do my best.
I don't know if a miracle from Andraste saved me any more than they do.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
At least she interpreted what I said correctly. Like, that's exactly where I was with that. I think that's why I had 7 characters, each with their own personalities. That's an awesome way to play the game. I'm trying to play a little bit differently than because I normally, for my first playthrough of any game, I play the same character type, like, every time. I just, like, kind of can't help it. Okay, so we talked to Josephine. I want to see if she has anything else to say.
Good day to you.
Investigate? What are your duties? What brought you here? I think we've asked those. Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
How are our guests?
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Lady Drummond promised a visit. She has useful resources if we can get her to set aside her games.
What are her politics?
Oh, no, I meant actual games. Chess, cards, dice, little boards with carved idols from the winter. She made me play that with her for 8 hours.
8
once.
hours?
Steer her towards cards, if she insists on a match.
Thank you.
What may I do for you?
Yeah, it's really hard for me to choose asshole. Like, it's hard for me to be mean to NPCs. It's really difficult. But I normally choose, like, the bleeding heart answer, like, always empathy, always giving people a second chance, always, like, oh, I'm sorry, I love you, like that kind of a thing. But this time I'm allowing myself to be a little sassy. Like, I still make choices that I think will benefit benefit everybody.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility.
But
they will be gently reminded of this.
I don't necessarily mind ruffling some feathers in some cases. So I'm trying to be, like, a little different than what my normal first run playthrough is. What about our allies?
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
What about our mages? Ooh.
You must have an opinion of Dorian.
Who hasn't? The man could cause a scene standing quietly in the center of an empty room. Still, I do believe he has your best interests at heart. For all that he delights in mocking them from time to time.
Solus.
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety.
So we've asked her that
and
before.
he has the most fascinating stories.
Roguish friends? Yeah, we've asked her this
I was
already.
thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales. He actually let me read a chapter. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works.
Did we
Only
ask her
3
about
beheadings so
Blackwell?
far.
I don't remember who we asked her about.
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
Sir Blackwall seems as loyal to the purpose of the Inquisition as he is to the Wardens. His travels must have taken him strange places. I wish he'd speak more about them.
Okay, yeah, we did ask her all that. Alright, goodbye!
Let's speak later.
Another time.
So I think I'm leaning towards Josephine and or Blackwall in terms of who I'm gonna flirt with the most.
Magic exists
But I need to know them.
I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages. It is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
Sorry, I forgot to turn the volume back up. This is why I didn't want to turn it down for the music. I won't do that next time. Sorry. I'm sure the dialogue was way too quiet. I apologize. I'm just not gonna touch it. If I don't leave it alone, I'll never turn it back up. Oomph. Wormy, how you doing? Oomph. I love that response. So funny. I just wish his mustache was shorter. Like, just trim it. I want to see your lips, not your hair. Anyway. I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic. Oh, you disagree with the Chantry? We will do our best, but I want to ask you questions.
You disapprove of something the Chantry did? Are you allowed to do that?
That largely depends upon one's company. While surrounded by those declared heretics already, I am safe enough. In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
Investigate. How are the people? Let's talk about the Chantry. I think we've asked for these, but we're gonna do it anyway. Too horny on Main? What does that mean? You're too horny on Main Street. You need to go to Broadway instead. Also, hey Bear. Leave his mustache alone? No! He needs to not leave his mustache alone. Fix that shit, motherfucker.
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
Yeah, we asked her all of this. Okay, bye.
Farewell.
Farewell.
What a lovely person she is, though. So I'm gonna look around everywhere, because we picked up some new people. Like that Skywatcher dude. He is so cool. And if I have the chance to talk to him, I'm gonna do that. So we're very thoroughly gonna talk to everybody. And then we're gonna go to some of the other areas that we have previously unlocked. Whoa! I forgot to watch out for horn clearance. I wish I could run around here with Varric and open all this shit. I just want to make sure no one's like hanging out down here. Hello? Nobody's here. Didn't think so. There's a way full of broads. Oh boy. Horny on Main is a social media expression. It's for the people brave or foolish enough to share their horny thoughts and their likes on their main account instead of a separate account. It then became a meme that basically means you said that in this context. Got it. Thank you for explaining that. I'd never heard that. Horny on Main.
Like, oh, make her hear my cry. Seat me by your
what are you doing here? Hello.
Make me one within your glory.
Anything over here? Dorian. We found where he sits. I kind of want to... Ooh, upgrade potions? You can upgrade potions you have already unlocked. Bliggity bloggity blurgity blue. Ooh. 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 Yas. Why? 20. Oh, I need more elf fruit. That's surprising. Okay. Gotta get more elf fruit, babe. Or I can research these, but I'd rather research the other ones. Okay. Cool. So that's a thing that I'm gonna do. I still wanna...
Thank you for hurrying with the potions. We have so many injured.
We'll get them back on their feet, sister. Don't you worry.
Too many Tumblr users. I mean, it sounds like it could be a Twitter thing, too. You didn't have to out yourself like that. I'm kidding. There's nothing wrong with being on
You're
any...
back. And in one piece.
On Tumblr. It's okay. You're a bit cranky. How are things?
How are your people holding up?
No one's declared me a heretic recently, so I won't complain.
Okay. How do I order a potion? Bye.
Farewell.
I guess I didn't really have anything to say to him, huh? I just wanted to check. But I am gonna go around and pick up elf fruit. 'Cause... Let's see, that puts me at 20. I just need 4 more. I think there was some over here if I recall. Swing a swing a swing. Okay. So I need 3 more, because I would love to have an upgrade.
Holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death.
Stay safe out there.
Me? Me? Okay. Only... Oh. Ooh. I missed stuff. What's in here? Light adventurer armor. I really didn't need to pick up more armor, but thank you. Samite and crystal grace. Ooh. Rare herbs. Don't have a Tumblr account, just hang out with other people, mostly artists who use Tumblr. That makes sense.
The mages seem happier
I do.
here
It's
without
okay.
Templars. And you are certain we can trust them?
In the circles, I saw Templars threaten mages with death or tranquility. They kept the beatings from me, but I saw the bruises. And worse. Andraste said that magic should serve man. It never said that the mages must live in fear.
So you trust them?
I trust them to serve us more faithfully than they would as prisoners.
I agree, which is exactly why I made that choice. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with using Tumblr. They just... They're like the internet whipping boy. They're just easy targets for teasing. But I don't actually see anything wrong with Tumblr. I was just being a turd. Hey, MZ. Hujambo, Habari Gani. I think I've read this already, but let me check. Maybe I haven't. Patient observations, day 3. Less thrashing. Some response to stimulus. Vitals seem solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the chantry to kill my patient. All this work to save her... It just got really dark. I think there's a storm coming. Let me know if my face cam gets too dark, and I will turn the light on. I personally like that it's a little bit darker because of my headache today. Which is actually almost gone, but I don't want it to be exacerbated is all. The platform has problems just like a lot of other social media, but it's pretty good to share art. Yeah, like, do people use Instagram for art as well? I know, like, if I wanted to follow people who exclusively post pictures of their animals, like, Instagram, go to there. You know what platform I really, really hate and will refuse to use no matter what content is on there? Pinterest. That is the shittiest one I've ever come across. Get the dicks out of there. Like, if I'm on a Google image search and it brings me to Pinterest, I'm like, I just get the fuck out of there as soon as possible. I don't mind being on Tumblr, even though I don't have an account, or Instagram, even though I don't have an account. Use Tumblr and DeviantArt for art. I mean, yeah, DeviantArt. Tumblr's outdated. People are more interested in Instagram and Reddit. In my experience, and this just could be the way that I discovered different websites, I feel like Reddit predates Tumblr. But maybe that's just because I knew of Reddit first. Is for white suburb moms. It totally is, though. But I just, like, I don't understand how to use it. It doesn't make any sense. It's garbage. Oh my gosh, MySpace. I still have a DeviantArt. I might be outing myself. Don't go to there. Vagina!
Jesus Christ.
Thanks for the vagina. Oh, thanks for that cheer, Neo. How are you? I remember when Facebook used to be a really great platform that, like, worked exactly the way that that we wanted MySpace to work, and then MySpace became too, like, cluttered and garbage. New badge hype? I love that badge. I think the green and the blue are my favorite ones. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Etsy is for those same moms trying to sell jewelry. Fair. My mom used to have an Etsy, but she did kids' clothes. Do know some people that use Pinterest, but yeah, I hate it too. It's bad. I just don't, like, I don't know how anyone can possibly use it. It's so garbage. It's so garbage. Anyway, will inform Lady Cassandra I expect her to wake before the morn. Blah, blah, blah. Right, we were running around trying to get elf fruit and also talking to people. I want to do elf fruit first so that I don't get distracted. And then once I have all the elf fruit to do that upgrade, we'll talk to our people again. It won't let you put vagina? Oh. What is that? Just a little footprint. Climbing! I don't know if I'm supposed to be up here, but... Oh, come on! It's so funny, it placed a footprint up there when I jumped. Ugh! That didn't hurt you, don't... Calm down. You're fine!
The Herald of Andraste is getting close to breach, sir.
Not a moment too soon. This little town is filled to bursting. We need to clear out of here and find someplace the Inquisition has room to grow.
Grow. Room to grow. Not sure, I thought this would be better. Fair enough, do whatever you want. I just... I think I've read this already. Siege equipment in Thetis. Didn't I read this already? I don't know. What was that noise? Yeah, we read this already, but I think I didn't come back and reread it when I redid the game. Or maybe I read it offline. Either way, not doing it is basically where we're gonna end up on that front. I need like 2 elf fruit. Dos elf fruit, por favor. Doing good. Got right into production. Spent a lot of time outside in the sun. That sounds lovely. That sounds really nice. Jon Snow. Craw. Alright, I'm still looking for some elf fruit. I think that's in your top 3 favorite clips. Grow. But I think that's why I say grow that way. Grow.
See reason,
Yeah.
we cannot stay here.
Why not?
I want to hear this
Because we're
conversation.
Templars.
What does that even mean anymore? That we declare our independence and march off to some hold and do nothing?
Better that than stay here with this Inquisition.
You're awfully quick to dismiss the people who saved your life, Matrin.
Yeah, man, I saved your life. Don't be a turd bucket. How am I? Oh, sorry, I missed that. I'm good. As I said, I had a little bit of a migraine happening, but it's better now. Because I took a migraine pill and then drank a very large cup of tea. Au chai kwa Kiswahili. Chai ni tea kwa Kiswahili. Okay, I think that should be enough elf fruit. So we're gonna upgrade that, and then I'm gonna talk to people. So that we're gonna still do a lot. We still have a lot of conversations to have with our party members. You don't have a sore throat. Throat. I can't do that one as well. Bro. Throat. Hello. Do you have any music for us? Or are you gonna be silent again?
Research Minnie sends her thanks for the refreshments.
Fighting a war will do that.
Play some music!
You all right, sir?
She doesn't like to play me music anymore. It's real sad. Maybe she's depressed. Maybe she needs a little pick-me-up. Hey, Simon. How are you? You know, I worked way too early today because I just got off work. Ooh, yeah, definitely a storm coming in. Yeah, it got very dark suddenly. And I just saw a fork of lightning beyond the trees over there. Why won't it let me do it? Why does it suddenly need 29? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? It said 28. It said 28 before. Oh, you mother liquor. Alright. Garbage. I know, right? Got wrecked.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian is certain I'm a mage I'd know or know. It was real enough for me. I mean, if he's questioning it, I'm not gonna diss him as a mage, like, as a mage. Be like, well, I know because I'm a mage. You're clearly not up to par with your magedness.
Dorian was sure, impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
It doesn't matter? Not amazing, terrifying. I saw you there. What was he doing in there? I don't remember. I don't... Well, yeah, we were... Oh, that's true. He wasn't there. But either way, it was real enough. I think we already avoided the particular future that I saw, but...
I'm surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Cullen and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
True. So he's not a fan of me right now.
Hello.
Hello. Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Anyone got elf fruit in here?
So, I guess we'll talk to Dorian.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Hallamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
You disagree? I'll think of something it had to be done.
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily.
It's just surprised.
I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
As long as they're like you. Is that so terrible? So they'll rule us next? I doubt that. I want to know more, and I'm hoping that's kind of what this question is.
What would be wrong with that, exactly?
Nothing, at first. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Tell me about the Imperium. Question mark?
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it.
Chat, you're weird.
Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Just tell me everything. Oh, holy. Is blood magic common? Do mages truly rule there? The Imperium has a chantry. Could Tevinter be an ally? What about slavery? I'm just gonna go around in a circle and ask everything.
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all?
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion, too. Of course, what people call blood magic here, and what we consider blood magic, are two different things.
What do you call it?
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
No Templar intervention?
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. Most of them probably innocent.
No one disagrees?
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a Magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that Magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprised it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
What about slaves?
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah. That is true.
And? Did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
You're saying they like it? It's not like that here? That's a terrible attitude. I don't quit. So, what I would say if I had the ability to insert my own dialogue is what I would say is, because it seems like he just doesn't question it because it's normal in like where he's from, but that's the way that people are all over the place. Like, so we were talking about this in terms of language the other day. Like, when we were talking about the phrase, like, six-pack versus, you know, the tortoise. It's the same thing, but, like, that, you know, I've got the tortoise, like, that's funny to me, or, like, it's unusual to me, and I mean, it's a poor example, but you get what I mean. But, like, for Bear, that's a normal thing. So it's not unreasonable to have never thought about it, but the fact that he's thinking about it now, like, I don't want to be like, you're an asshole for never questioning stuff. You have to realize that there's something to question. So I don't want to be a dick to him. But what I would do is urge him to think about it critically. I mean, as long as you have a safe word, Panda. What? I think I have to turn my light on now. As much as I don't want to. It's very dark in here. Ba hoppa dippa doo boosh patatata. Hippopotamus is the safe word. Fair enough. Whatever works for you. My country, there's a lot of discussion regarding statues of people from our golden age who basically conquered the world and dominated world trade, bringing my country prosperity, but they also engaged in slave trade. Yes. Oh, that's not safe. Come on now, John Pope. So I'm just gonna say, basically, for this conversation and his... I'm just gonna say it's not like that here. I definitely do not condone slavery, even in video games, ever. But... like, you're not gonna question... it's difficult to question something until you realize that it's something to question. Most people don't go through day-to-day questioning things that are normal to them in their culture. Taken down. Morals are different. Thoughts. I don't want to touch that. Because that is very close to politics that are happening here. And... politics is like the one thing that I don't want to discuss in this channel. But I will say... shh! I'm indoors! Storm warning. But... yeah. And it's a little bit of a different thing. Like, I don't know enough about your country's specific history to be able to comment intelligently. You guys all know that any form of intolerance, and likewise any symbols... see, like here, that sort of thing... are symbols of hate, and people who don't see that are fucking ignorant. Like, put it in a museum. You don't have to just destroy it. Be like, here's this thing, and this is why it was removed or whatever. But, like, it's very different. So let me just say, any form of intolerance, or anything that represents intolerance, at least in terms of America, get that shit out. I don't know the situation over there well enough to be able to apply the same things. We're doing Aporia right now, talking about, not talking about. So I don't really want to get into a discussion about it, but I just want everybody I just want to unequivocally say to everybody that I do not tolerate intolerance. I have an intolerance of intolerance. I just didn't want it to... I didn't want anybody to misconstrue me not wanting to talk about it as me not having an opinion or worrying about alienating some racist assholes, because I'm not. I just don't want to bring politics into it. Anyway. Moving on. Been up since 4 a.m. Brain isn't awake enough for kinkiness. My brain's always... Run! There's a storm! I just start running down the street. I leave the stream going, you're just left here wondering what I'm going to say to Dorian forever. What about lactose intolerance? That is sad. Yeah, no one needs to comment on it. Basically, don't. I shouldn't have continued my sentence anyway. I just can't help it. I just can't help myself. Si Jambo second square, habari za asubuhi.
Well, we don't have slaves in the South.
We don't have... I kind
of
thought
you have alienage, slums, both human and elven.
What the fuck are you doing, Lecta?
Bad timing.
As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
Treated poorly? At least they have a choice? I suppose not. Well, I missed half of what he said because somebody wanted to do sound effects in the middle of dialogue. Neo! Yeah, that's why, just a reminder for everybody, I know that we stop and talk when I'm in dialogue, but this is, multiple people have done this to me during this game. So just, when I'm in dialogue, assume that I can start up the dialogue at any moment, so that's not the time to hit any buttons that make noise. It's okay, though. But I totally, I didn't catch what he said. Hey, MS. Religion, politics, sports, and weather. The weather? You have a bit of news. Alright, let's hear it. Turn on some— Get out! I was too distracted.
At least they're free. They don't have slavery forced on them.
You think people choose to be poor and oppressed? I doubt it.
I didn't like any of those
I don't know what
options.
it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
Well, anyway, I didn't like any of those choices in terms of the game in this dialogue. What I wanted to say was, no, of course I don't want people to be poor and oppressed. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Everyone should have a choice. And that doesn't mean that I'm like, yeah, definitely go hungry. That's a great option. Like, duh. But there was no in-between. Meeting to tour a baking school on Thursday. That is a huge difference. Leaves. Get out! I'm sorry, Neo. You can come back. Everyone's been doing it. Fred did it to me. Baron did it. Arno. Like, one of my mods did it. You know, well, both. Fred is also a mod. Missed this. I'm not gonna rewatch it. It's still gonna have the dialogue over it, or the sound effect over it. But in any case, what the answer that I would have given, probably, again, I don't know what the fuck he said, but the answer I would have given was freedom, top priority, always. Of course, there are going to be problems no matter what your society is doing or not doing. You just have to try to work to fix it. Those are my feelings. Hey, Sins, how you doing? Giant difference. I've been hearing nothing but bad things of the field I've been studying to go into. Huh. Alright. That would be a little extreme. Do mages truly rule there? The Imperium has a chant, blah blah blah. Yeah, just...
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
Strange? Why are you less qualified to rule than some tart with a fancy crown? Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The Magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
The Magisterium? What about the Archon? But mages do rule. I don't know.
What is the Magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All mages now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, You use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
What are you, then?
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
Which is?
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're Laetan, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
Okay. Archon plus?
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
You played the previous games. Yeah, I played Origins multiple times through. But no, I haven't played Dragon Age 2. Exciting and nerve-wracking. Don't know what I really want to do, but I know I like baking. I mean, might as well try it out. You know, if you don't like what you're hearing about what you're studying, you are definitely still quite young enough to change your mind. And it's better that you find out now before you're like, you know, stuck in a job that you hate with a useless degree, or, well, useless in terms of you personally. You're pouty. Din's just boarded in Qatar for the last leg of his flight, so excited for him, but pouty for myself. Aww. Aww, I'm sorry. Pole sana. Chicken Moon, hey! Yeah, it's been a while. How are you? Hello. How have you been?
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Is that true?
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically. The potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
Is that bad?
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing?
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
I want to ask something
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
Oh, I'm suddenly amicable. The Imperium has a chantry. Good, just got done with a bunch of hospital shenanigans. All's okay, though. I'm glad everything's alright. Glad everything is okay. Yes, of course it's possible to change later. It's just easier to do it when you're young and still in school. Time travel and no money. You just want to be the doctor. Baking course is 40 weeks, so it's not too long. So yeah, you can learn what you need to learn and then just get right into the workforce and see if it's something you want to do and not have wasted too much time. This place gets you a job after as well. That's fucking sick. I hope you find that it's something that you enjoy. hope it's something you like.
There's an Imperial Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine.
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
Is it really that different?
Is the Imperial Chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man, not rule over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them, for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
You have circles? Yeah, that's what I use conventions for. See a bunch of friends, but I only have to go to one place to do it. Hot damn! Hey Holler, how's it going? You okay with time travel and no money? Because I could just go back in time and record the winning lottery numbers. You could. Buy early tech stocks. Or you could just fly by the seat of your pants and, you know, like go to where people are giving out food for free, so you can just make sure you have stuff to eat.
There are circles of magi in the Imperium?
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do. They're soldiers.
They don't use lyrium?
Ha! As if there'd be any left for them. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce their magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
Okay. The Black Divine?
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. The woman sitting on the Sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
A disagreement?
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
Lore.
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south, they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah blah blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
The sky looks so neat right now. It's dark, but it's still blue. It's super neat. And I keep hearing, like, distant thunder. Did it just start snowing? May have. Could have done. I'm fine. Doing alright. Yeah, I just like, boop. We're over here now.
So, the Imperial Divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female magistes who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the Sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
It's funny that he applies that to religion and the Chantry and who can be in charge, but not in terms of slavery. He's like, that's how it's always been done. And I just want to be like, continue your critical thinking. I know he just started thinking about it. Are you religious?
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
Others might object, yes. I agree with you, or the Chantry has its place. I think the Chantry has its place. Like, if everyone thought the way Mother Giselle does, I'd be like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Fuck! Okay. That's quite the entrance. You're over there getting clouds and thunder. Meanwhile, I've got a high of 106. That was like 8 flashes of lightning. The sky's trying to give me a seizure. 3 hours! Holy shit, Wormy! Do you hear that? You're getting lightning? Yeah, I saw lightning a little while ago. Yeah, just 255 hours. It'll be over in a heartbeat. Means you should be getting the storm soon. Yeah, that's true. Also tomorrow, yes! I'm very excited. I still haven't solidified what outfit I'm gonna wear, but... but I'm gonna be fucking cute. I hope it doesn't rain. I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow. Anyway, I think the Chantry has its place.
I disagree. I don't think the Chantry is irrelevant.
Not to most, no. Perhaps just to me. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry.
Why?
But I believe in you.
In me?
That the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
You're a fool. I don't know. I'm surprised you think that, or I agree. I think he was saying that he thinks I'm gonna help. I'm just gonna go with I'm surprised you think that, because I was too distracted. Just gave me the idea for a story. Ooh! Even though it's probably bad and dumb. It's only dumb until if you don't write it down. Anyway, thank you for being a patron of the hype. I didn't see how long it was for, and I'm in dialogue, so I hesitate to click out. But thank you for being a patron of the hype for as long as that was. I hope you enjoyed your parade. But please, guys, stop making noise when I'm in the middle of dialogue! If I am in a dialogue tree, don't click buttons! Jesus Christ. Nobody looks before they leap. Anyway, thank you, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed your parade. Here's your royal salute. Man, I'm so sorry, Garrick. He believes in me. Oh, so he doesn't necessarily believe that I am, like, divine or, like, given. Like, he doesn't believe I'm the chosen one. But he believes that I'm gonna help people. Is that what he said? Yeah, just make sure you put sunscreen on, MZ. Don't click those buttons, Gavinrod! Have a massive delay. Well, I've been in this dialogue for the last, like, 40 minutes. But that's why I'm telling people, like, even if there's no dialogue happening when you're clicking the button, assume that if I am in a dialogue tree, which I have been for, like, a long-ass fucking time because we keep stopping to talk, assume that I can restart the dialogue at any point. So just don't click things that make noise. Don't do things that make noise while I'm in dialogue. But it's not just you. Everyone's been doing it. It's been a big problem with this game, and I should just not talk to chat when I'm in dialogue and just get through the dialogue so that people stop interrupting it. No turning on your vibrators during our dialogue trees. Oh my goodness, Sins. But yeah, I'm sorry that you've been having a rough time. But it's good to see you. I hope you, beyond the shit week, are okay. But anyway, was that what he said? Was he saying that he doesn't necessarily think I'm the chosen one of Andraste, but he thinks I'm gonna help people regardless? Because I think that's what he said, but I don't want to respond in that way. Just don't broadcast it. Yeah, don't, like, make a recording and then somehow get it to play on the stream while I'm in dialogue trees. But I'm hovering between these two because, like, yeah, I'm finally, someone feels the way that I feel about it. Why? Stop apologizing! Stop it! Seriously, stop apologizing. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it! I'm gonna shake you. I'm going to shake you. MZ, you're banned. You are banned. Horny bear in latex. Oh my god. That needs to be your alt account. I'm just gonna go with I'm surprised, because no one's been answering me, so...
You don't seem like the religious sort, to be honest.
If you define religious as sitting in a chantry and listening to a blithering hen tell you how to live, then no. If you define it as believing in the possibility that something larger than yourself exists, then yes, by all means. The world is bigger than I, even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe, but I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
I want to ask something else.
Let me ask you something else.
So many questions.
So many questions. Could Tevinter be an ally? I don't really know if I want Tevinter to be an ally, but...
I'm wondering if the Imperium would be a useful ally.
I'd think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori. They won't, of course. At least, not officially. They'll disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many Magisters will rejoice at the idea. And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
Is that smart?
It would be in the Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the idea of allies a long time ago. We've been fighting the Qunari for what, 200 years off and on? It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long." Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
But we're not! Perception is what matters.
We're not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of Andraste. Your very title smacks of the Southern Chantry. You may as well be a heathen. I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you succeed.
Okay, bye.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Oh, Jesus. Tell me about yourself. God, could we ever stop talking to him? You got this game for free? But Kingdoms of Amalur spent $3 on DLC that was broken, called and bitched, and they're like, well, that company doesn't exist. Wait, Kingdoms of... Oh, I was thinking Kingdom Come Deliverance, not Kingdoms of Amalur. So, and I'm like, well, you shouldn't be selling their broken shit. And the support people are like, here's our catalog, pick a game. Alright. Fair enough. Did you ever play it? Did you ever end up playing it? Puppy, no!
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
Blarg, it's obvious to me. If you say so. I hadn't noticed.
Some more than others.
Some people have superior taste. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
We're just gonna ask everything in a circle. Careful breeding? So what did you play? What was your class and race? You've been playing... Which one? Kingdoms of Amalur or this game?
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
I like this guy many. Just bark louder? Oh boy. That's funny. Sorry, I was making little farty noises. But there's a little bit of water stuck in the top of here, so every time I go to drink, it leaks out. And I caught some in my hand, and then my hands were moist, and I was like, I bet I can make fart noises, and that was way more important to me than his dialogue. You've always wanted to make them some of those? Aw, too cute. Sounds like swallowing? Ew. Gross. Your family's angry with you.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
You don't like Tevinter?
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
But why do you care, though? But, like, why do you care? I mean, they're yummy for puppies. Human champion? You mean... I'm assuming you mean warrior. Like sword and... Like a sword or... And shield or... Warrior. Okie dokie. That's neat. Did you seriously just apologizing for calling it the wrong thing? You realize my bad is also an apology, right? You're admitting wrongdoing. I'm not letting you slide. We are... 2014. November 18th, 2014. My bad is totally a sorry. It's just a shittier sorry if you've actually done something wrong. It is entirely the same thing. My bad, my mistake. It's an apology, it's just more colloquial than I'm sorry. Wow, Gavinrod just piling them all in there. Sorry, Garrick, my bad is an apology. I relate to Dorian even though I don't have a weird as fuck mustache. I think slavery is abhorrent and find women attractive. He didn't say slavery is abhorrent. I said that. One of my friends likes to yell, "Ugh, you're so small," at his dog when he's being loud. Nice.
It just seems so much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care deeply about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
He's got gross mustache. His mustache, because it's not attached to beard, is worse than Blackwell's mustache. You're saying I find slavery abhorrent? Well, of course you do. Yeah, that better be the default position of everyone in chat. But I thought you were saying you relate to him because of those reasons. Anyway. Sorry, I apologized. It was my mistake. My bad, really. Hope y'all can forgive me for my transgression. Chicky One, no! No! Alright, Surprise. Enjoy the lurk. I hope you feel better. I hope that your back gets better soon. And thank you for hanging out. And I hope you have a good day, restful day tomorrow. I like this guy. No! Stop it! Garrick, I'm gonna ban you. Going to ban you. Also, I obviously have magic powers, too. Yes. You have the magic power of a silvery voice. That's what you have. But anyway, Surprise. Kwaheri Yakuonana, my friend. Okay, why not go back?
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters, I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree. But that's why we kill them.
Okay.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
There were other things I wanted to ask him, so I think we are gonna actually have to talk to him again. Have you seen Alexius?
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Is he? I didn't see him.
I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
I don't... I don't know if we're gonna be lenient with him.
So, I assume you're Talvashoth or something like.
Why would you assume that?
If you weren't,
just
you
like
my skull open
intercourse.
at our first meeting before I said a word.
Jiminy Crickets.
Centuries of warfare with the Qunari do lead to this state of affairs.
I can't get away from it. No, I said we're gonna have to talk to him again, so I just went right back in. It's okay. Thank you for the host. Can't escape. 491 25% more honors for staying cool than average players. Okay. You've met Kunari?
You've encountered Kunari before.
Kunari raids are rather old hat for anyone from the Eastern Imperium. Although the attacks aren't quite the rampaging wars of ages past. Now we're like two angry dowagers who only remember to spit at each other when they pass on the street.
What about in person?
Did you meet any Kunari personally?
None who weren't rushing towards me with a sword. I was too busy running in the other direction to say hello. I've met some Talvashoth in my time, however. Mercenaries and a few merchants. They're not the same as Kunari. Might easily be a different people altogether.
You got along? Glad someone knows that we're not that different. I don't know if this means Talvashoth and regular Kunari are not that different. Also, I wish that I had a better understanding of the Kunari as a people. Because I really don't know what I'm getting into sometimes when people ask me about being Kunari and being Talvashoth. I'm just like, I don't know. You got along? I'll just ask.
No one in Tevinter has issues with Talvashoth?
I didn't say that. Prejudices are deeply rooted back home. But I have more sympathy than most. A personal failing, some would say.
I have no issue if you don't. Tevinters aren't popular. I considered killing you. I don't have an issue if you don't have an issue.
If you've no problem with me, I've no problem with you.
A philosophy I've learned to live by.
No issue with my being Inquisitor, then?
None that specifically involve you being so very, very large. No.
Good.
That's enough.
I should go.
You know where I'll be.
Was there more? Nobody make noise!
Here we are again.
Okay. Woo!
I should go.
We're
As
done.
you wish.
Haven't played... Okay, so I guess they were a focus in 2 then. I didn't know. I also didn't know that I was gonna pick a Kunari when I, got Inquisition. Yep, we already picked that up yesterday. Oh, and that was another thing that I did. Those foghorn, get out! What was I gonna say? I added all the games from Prime to How Long to Beat, so the list should be up to date. There were a lot that are not gonna be stream games though, so the list is not terribly much longer than it was before. Because a lot of them are puzzle games. And some of them I just flat out didn't pick up, because I won't play them. So before I talk to Varric, I'm gonna go on a break. I have to pee and get more water. I'll be gone for about 2 minutes. We still have a lot more people to talk to. But when I come back, I'm gonna try and zip zap through some dialogue, and then we're gonna go explore a new area. All right, be back soon.